Superintendent at East Jackson Community Schools, Jeff Punches. Hey, Jeff.
Bart, how are we doing?
Good, congratulations.
Thank you.
So new that he actually doesn't take over the superintendency till later this week.
Yep, Thursday is my first day. So
awesome.
Yep, life will get real, 8 o'clock Thursday morning, so.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
You're taking over at a district you're very familiar with because you've been, I think, a principal most recently, but with the district for a while.
Yeah, this is going to be my 9th year, and I started back in 2016 as assistant principal and athletic director, and then just kind of progressed through to the last 2 years middle school principal, and now, I'm going to be at the helm as superintendent.
Yeah, I got to know you a little bit when you were athletic director.
Yep.
And you were really involved. You were one of those hands-on athletic directors. You were kind of had your fingers in a lot of the coaching too.
Yeah, and now sitting back, I don't know where I found the time, and one of the reasons I got out there is, my wife and I, we had kids, and I just couldn't justify all the time I was having to put in, I didn't want to be divorced, so, I had to make some career decisions to, what else was there in the district, and Steve was great, and the board supported me when we had proposed to create a middle school principal, and it allowed me to hop in there and do some other things that I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah, for the last year, you've kind of been in a superintendency mentor program.
Yep. So Steve approached me maybe 2 years ago and said, hey, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. Is this something that you'd, be interested in doing? And Michigan Leadership Institute has a Supes Academy that runs, and I hopped in that, and it's just kind of, a firing squad of just all these things that, you're going to go as a potential as a superintendent, and they bring great people in as resources. So, that was something I hopped in on, and then I've been meeting with Steve, at least every couple weeks on some of the big things that you wouldn't otherwise have exposure to.
And Steve, of course, is the person you're succeeding.
Yep, and there's definitely some things that I'm going to have to learn that that was really Steve's area. The finances and grants, and very, very smart man. So those are things hopefully I'm going to have to learn. But there's other things that I think I bring to the table that in a small district I think is really important with a relationship building, and having things to offer our kids and families.
Well, let's take a look at some of your family.
Yeah.
Some photos. I think these are probably just hot off the press.
Yep. So I needed a little vacation before everything got real serious here. So I'm up at my father-in-law's place up on Platte Lake, up on her Sleeping Bear Dunes, and the girls wanted to go out fishing, and there's a good spot there that it's just as fast as you can reel them in, you're catching another fish, which is good. So yeah, they also, there's some pictures of them sitting there enjoying snacks. Family pictures every year. My wife is, hey, we got to do this. And of course the girls are going to turn 5 on Wednesday. So,
wow, 5-year-old twins.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the teenage years, but I get enough of that at school as a middle school principal. But yeah, it's just crazy how fast they go. And then there's my lovely wife who also teaches at East Jackson. She's social studies teacher, does a lot of our AP offerings there in the high school. So that was a prom, I think 2 years ago. So we got our picture taken there.
You were chaperones, not students.
No. So I last year I had to hop in. Joel, high school principal, usually would be there, and he was out of town for an AAU basketball tournament. So I said, hey, we'll hop in there and take on. And then this year my wife was the class advisor, so it was her prom, and we did it at Ella Sharp Museum. So it was like, hey, I'll help there. I got kind of pulled in to do all that stuff, so that was great.
So we should mention, as you brought up your father-in-law and your wife, your family, very involved, a long-time part of East Jackson Schools. In fact, your father-in-law's name is on the performing arts hall at East Jackson High School.
Yep, and that's one thing. It's you have a family tie to it, and I think that gives you a little bit more fire in your belly to work hard and keep things going. So yep.
Yes, that's Bruce Van Eyck, who was longtime superintendent at East Jackson Schools. A lot of growth and improvement over those Van Eyck years. So as you take over, do you have some goals? Are there some things that you want to accomplish as superintendent?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things, I think is trying to build that family and the culture district-wide. Joel and I did a great job at the secondary building to really instill that family value and just, everybody together, and the morale really improved over the course that we were there. Now I'd like to expand it to the district. And I think, we got to do everything we can. The happier the employees and the teachers are, I think it just benefits our kids and our, families. And then the other thing is obviously enrollment right now. It's just super competitive in Jackson County. So I think we need to, kind of get our message out there on what makes us, better than some of the other places. And for a small district, I think we offer a lot of, a lot of things that some of the other districts don't have or, they can't offer. So I think it's just getting that message out and trying to, increase enrollment. Because I think if you look at data and the trends in Jackson County, school age kids has decreased, and if you're having an increase here, you're pulling it from somebody else. So very few districts have seen any type of real growth from, people coming from the outside.
Well, I think you have an advantage, and when you look at population growth in Jackson County, it's the eastern part of Jackson County, and you're on the edge of one of the fastest growing communities, Grass Lake.
Yep, definitely. That would be one of the few. And I think for us, there's a lot of opportunity at East Jackson, whether it's academic or, some of these other outside clubs. Athletically, there's no secret that there's a lot of opportunity there for kids to come in and kind of, solidify their mark athletically. And like I said, we offer AP, 3 different AP classes, which is, very unusual for a district our size. We have the prime manufacturing program. Our auditorium and music program is, it's top notch, state of the art. And I think it's just getting people to understand what we have to offer and grow those programs within our district.
Yeah, I can think most recently great success with the track program.
Yep.
A lot of student athletes getting honors and some scholarships.
Yeah, actually my wife was the track and cross country coach. So I think off of that team that qualified for the state finals, and then they broke a record, and they were, all state in multiple events there in track. They, I think there's 3 or 4 of them going on to run collegiately, which, for a district our size, that's pretty big, and the opportunities are there, and it's just finding the right, opportunity and having the right people to cultivate those talents.
All right, so if you want to go to school at East Jackson, wait till Wednesday, your first day.
Oh, I mean, you guys, people are there now. I mean, I think, like I said, the biggest thing is I have some great people, in the district that I'm fortunate to inherit. Principals, teachers, and, the relationships is what, I'm really going to push. Just helping support kids and the relationship building is one of my biggest strengths. And I think, my principals, Amy Blackledge, who I know you had on the show not too long ago, she's now going to be the elementary principal, and Joel Cook. I mean, you couldn't ask for 2 better principals within our district that are going to kind of, continue my mission and my mindset of what education is. And then you got all these other things that are great, but kids need support, they need mentors, and they need, relationships to help them. And I think that's what it's all about.
Well, cool. I'm excited for you. I wish you the best. Good luck in your new role.
Yeah, thank you.
New superintendent at East Jackson Community Schools, Jeff Punches.